one moment. Exports results into many formats, extensible with many data features, provides command line interface, many more things. Okay, and again, it is suitable for Windows, Mac, and again Linux. So just a moment. Now, where I am into taking some questions. Record this class. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is recording. No need to worry. Yeah. Yes. Now, where exactly? So Nmap. Okay. Okay. So meanwhile, so go to AWS. I launched Kali Linux and again Windows machines. The same thing. These are the two machines which is available in this area. Okay. So it is a one Kali Linux and again one Windows machines. Okay. I connected this Windows machine and again Kali Linux also. So you can see the Windows machine is here basically. The Windows machine I connected, and again this is Windows machines. Yes, so this is a Windows machine I connected through AWS. Okay, right now you can open this, and I opened all these tools. Basically, I installed Metasploit, and again Hungry IP scanner. So and again, once again, yep, and just minimize this. I installed Nmap also. Okay. Okay, Nmap is anyway. Yesterday we have seen Nmap. I installed in Kali Linux. This is a Kali Linux. You can see here. One moment. You can see Kali Linux here basically. So this is Kali Linux, which is in Linux, which is in AWS cloud, where we launched these two machines. And again, I installed yesterday Nmap in Windows machine. Today I installed in Kali Linux. Okay, just you have to install with apt. Okay, like this command sudo apt install Nmap. This is a simple command. After installation, it will tell that. So it is already there. Okay, so for me, I don't need to remove this Nmap. So if you want to browse like any kind of stuff, you can use like this. Okay, it is giving the complete information like this. And again, so if it doesn't know any nmap commands, just click on nmap. It will show all these commands. Nmap. So nmap is very important for a beginner of ethical hacker, or even for more experienced people, ethical hackers also. Okay. So nmap is a command. It will show the list of all the commands. Okay. Host discovery, scan techniques, and again port specifications and scan order, service versions and again detections, script scan. Okay, these are the flags, these are the arguments. Okay, and again OS detections. You can use IFO. Okay, and again OS scan limit, and again timing, and again performance, and again firewall IDS, and again evasion, and again spoofing, and again output. Okay, and again MICS. So all this you can use like any kind of stuff. Like example, you can take this example. So I can take this Nmap. So I think the screen is visible. Yeah, you can use. Yeah, you can use Nmap -a. So you can use like www dot. So any website name. So I can take it out. This I want like any website name. Yeah. So I can take this only google.com. It will give the complete information like this. So yesterday we have seen this Nmap in GUI mode in Windows. So you can install in Linux machines. Nmap, Metasploit, Burp Suite, all these three tools are very important. Nmap is basically a network scanner, and again getting the information of websites, what are the port numbers they have opened it. And again the second thing is Metasploit is a very good tool for where we can do penetration, and again web scans, and again web information gathering. And again Burp Suite is a vulnerability, and again it is getting the full kind of hacking kind of information, and again hacking tools. Okay, and again where we can write that code, and again where we can upload it in Burp Suite also. So it is a new feature. Yeah, we can see this. So is it audible? Yes, everyone. Yes, yeah. Yes, Wireshark is a basically network packet tracer. Yeah. Yep. Oh, just a moment. Yeah, it is taking some time to scan this. Okay, so meanwhile, anyway, it will be scanning. Okay. So now here, what is a Hungry IP scanner? So if you give the IP range from year to year, it will find out the IP ranges. Okay. So basically, this machine is launched. One scan. Yes. Yeah. You can see this. One moment. Yeah, you can get the complete information, right? So you can see I did nmap-a google.com. Okay. So what is the A? What is the A? The enable OS detection version detections complete. Okay. So like that, you can go with the complete default flags, whatever you want. It is complete information about that complete google.com information. If you want one more, you can do this nmap. One second, just one more. Nmap -v -a. Okay. And again, I can do this aponix.com. Enter it. See, Discord port number 99521443110228053 So all these port numbers, they've opened it, and again, what is scanning. Okay. And it will give the complete information about that. Yeah. See, so everyone, so please ping record this. Yeah, it is recording. Yes. See, you can fetch the complete information, right? So whatever the information is available, see, smtp, what is the servers, and again postfix, everything, it is given the complete informations. And again the packet travels informations, and again algorithm, which is the encryption key they are using, like public key rsa, and again what is the bits 2048. So everything, it will give the default information. This is where ethical hacker have to find out all the information. Okay. So this is a completely information about the complete website. So now come back. So meanwhile, you can use like any kind of nmap. Okay. Any kind of nmap. So meanwhile, I'll share these documents. See, nmap. So nmap commands to scan the open port numbers. If you give your domain name without flags as written above, like this. If you want like reveal open services and again post IP address, like this, you can use it. Okay. Scan multiple hosts. So all this have given the list, complete list. Okay. Excluding hosts, and again nmap. Okay. -a. So this is what we did. Scan to find out OS information. In addition to general information, nmap can also provide operating system detections, script scanning, trace route. So that is what it did right now. So, and again, version detection. It's important to note that nmap will do its best to identify things. Okay. So this is what I have given. And again, -o is a flag. Nmap command will reveal other operating system information that map hosts. So scan to detect firewall settings. Yes, definitely you can do this. And again, find information about services versions. Scan for ports. So everything you can use. So this is a complete documentation. I made it. So which command you have to do, and again, what is the information you have to find out. So everything you can find out with the help of this documentation. Okay. What is aggressive scan? What is the timings? And again, some helps. So all this complete information I've given here. Yeah. So are we clear about this nmap? Anyone any have any doubts? If yes, please ping me that. Is it nmap is okay for everyone? Yes, burp suit also can be used. Yeah. Yes. So now nmap is fine. So up to here nmap is okay. So now come to Angry IP Scanner. What is this Angry IP Scanner? So basically this Windows machine I launched in AWS Cloud, where you can see these details, right? So what is my CIDR block? So I want to understand this. What is my CIDR block? So I'll go to this. Once again. Yeah. I'll go to this Windows machines. I will check it out with my networking area. So I'll go to this. This is a private IP. This is a VPC ID, and again subnet ID, and again this is a public IP. So go to this VPC ID. It will give the complete CIDA block over there. Okay. It will scan from range to range. Okay. Now, yeah, it will find out the complete list about this informations. So take this once again. Yeah. So where you can get this completely CID block here. So you can mention it like this. Okay. From where to where you have to give. And if you specify 172.30. Okay. Then you can specify any range of IPs here. You can specify basically from here 33.200. I can specify from this range to 40. Okay. Now it will find out the complete history of the details. Or else you can give the host name here and you can find out the net mask. Okay, the net mask is basically 20. I can specify any kind of series for here. So depending upon your customizations, it will find out. See, it is find out automatically. It is find out in the completely IP address scans. And again, which IP is using, which is not using. This is the complete networks. It will find out the complete list. Okay. Now I've given the range from IP this range to this range. Okay. Right now IP 31.0.12 is started from here. And again, so whatever the machines has been launched in that IP, which machine is running, everything it will find out the list. So right now all these IPs are empty. No one is using nothing. Okay. So meanwhile, this machine is using once again. This machine, you can see this. Just a moment. This instance is using which IP. It will get the complete list of this IP is using this machine. And again, this machine is open this many ports. It will get the complete list. So this is a private IP. So check it out with this private IP 64. Yeah, it will give the complete list. 64. Find out the list 64. Yeah. This is a way where you can scan your completely IP of the small network or larger network. So why we want this IP scanner? Basically, IP scanner will scan the complete CIDR blocks, which IP is using which server, and again in that server how many port numbers are using. Okay, so everything it will get the complete list about this. Okay, now so only one IP is using in this server, that is what 64. Okay, you can search. Anyway, if you want to do it, you can stop at this. So next, once again, just one. What is CIDR? The CIDR is nothing but classless inter-domain routing. So where we can identify subnet mask. What is subnet mask? Where we can, where, what is subnet mask? Subnet mask is to identify network bits and again host bits. Okay. Why 0.0? Basically 0.0 means from the zero network. I mean from the network address to broadcast address. Yeah. It will give the complete list of the IP scanning. Okay. So there's one small area on this. If you want to specify here, you can specify the IP ranges or else random. You can, okay. So the random, see right now I'm giving the random here. Random. I'm doing one more scan count. See, it will give the complete list of these machines. Right now, this IP is using this area. See, all the port numbers. See, now you can see, right? Random. So I will give the 4.64. So basically 4.64 is this one. Okay. And this machine, this network. Okay. This network is giving the complete information. And what is the 145? Someone is using this some machines. Okay. Yes. So you can get the complete details, line, social. Okay. This is a where you can randomly scan it. Okay. And again, all these machines are using right now. And again, these two IPs are using Akamai. Okay. So this is what the complete list of IP scanner. If you want to do this text file, you'll get the output like this. Text file. Yes. Start. Yes. So right now we don't have any list here. If you want to upload it, you can upload. And again, once the list is came, I'll show that. So any doubts about IP scanner? And again, once again. Please let me know that any doubts about IP scanning, and again Nmap. So please bring me any questions here. So this is where you can change, and again you can get the information about this. Just a moment. Just I'm closing this window. Open this. Angry IP scanner. So now this is what the information about this. If you want to scan again, load results, you can do the number of results here. But so no need to this. And again, you can choose any kind of IP ranges. I'm giving all the information about this. If you want this random, you can choose randomly whichever the IPs you want. You can start, and again, it will give the complete list about this. This is what internally network. Okay. So basically, it is giving the complete AWS network. How many machines are running in my AWS account? And again, to this series of IPs. This is what the information about this. Okay. Next, come back here. This is a very important tool. Now, whatever I'm explaining, Metasploit. Yes, Metasploit. You can download the Metasploit in your local machine. And again, the port number will be 3790 localhost. What is the Metasploit tool? So, any idea about Metasploit? Metasploit. What is a Metasploit? So, Burpsuit is basically useful platform for performing security testing and again web applications. The same thing, it is also Metasploit is also similar concept. Okay, but Metasploit is powerful than Burpsuit. Yeah, so I'll show that. Okay, let me check the answers from anyone. Many payloads and again viruses, explosion tool, create exploit. Okay, great. So now we can check this Metasploit over here. So I'll show Metasploit. Okay, this is an important tool in this case. So how to download Metasploit? Basically, you can go here. Once again, you can go here in this area, download Metasploit. You have to sign up your Metasploit, and again you will be getting one public IP. Sorry, one license key. You have to take that license key. Okay, the license key will looks like this. I'll show that how the license key will be looking. So just a moment, I'll show that license key. The license key will be looks like this. Please download and again get the license keys here. Okay, see Rapid 7 Metasploit Pro trial license. If you want anyone, please take this license. So this is a product key. So I'm pinging this product key. So please everyone download with this product key. Okay, I'm giving the license to everyone. Please download this one and I can try to practice it. Okay, once again, what is it? I'm passing to everyone. So please save this product key. So basically this product is completely free. You can use like 1 month. Okay, it's a completely free available. So I'm passing this. Yes, we can use in Metasploit in Kali Linux also. I use it there also. Okay, yeah. Now come back to this Metasploit tool. Product key is very important. 1 month free trial license. Now I will show how exactly you need to use this Metasploit. Okay, Metasploit is a hard tool where you can get the complete details. Okay, and again, this Burpsuit also I downloaded. Okay, Burf suit also I'll give the complete information of what. I'll give the product key of Burf suit also. Next, come back to Metasploit. Now you can do overview, analysis, sessions, campaigns, and again web apps, modules, credentials, reports, export, tasks. You can do each and every point here. Basically, I'll do this web scan. I'll go with the web apps. Okay, Metasploit is basically a tool. Okay, what is the username? So my username is, yeah. So my password, I have forgotten password. The password is basically this one. The password, yes. Sign in. What is the username? One second, just a moment. Okay, just give me a minute. So what is this? Components. Yes. So now it is login. Okay. So now we are what to do? Penetration test, phishing campaign, web application testing, vulnerability validation, payload generator, custom segmentation target. Okay. Now we can do this everything. So now I'll go to this web app test. Okay. We'll go, I will show this penetration test. How exactly? Okay. Now, so I'll give this sample project. I'll give this www. So please ping me like any kind of website, any website details. Can you give me website so that I can go with completely? Yeah, I'll give the link. Apart from this, Amazon. Yeah, this one is fine. Once again, this one, cloudsoft.com. Yeah, I'll take this URL and again I'll give the complete information. Yes. See here, now I'm finding the vulnerabilities, exploit vulnerabilities, and again generate report. Okay, start scan. It will give the complete vulnerability details. So we'll wait for one more minute. So where it will get, see cloudtechsoft.com. Okay. So it will generate the script. It will find out the code vulnerabilities. It will find out. Okay. 404 error, 400 error, and again it will keep on coming the errors, and again the complete success codes also. We'll wait. So Metasploit is the hard tool to get complete information about this. Yeah. What is the difference between using Windows or Kali for this kind of things? There's nothing difference. See, in Windows machine, it is everything is visible. In Linux machine, it is not able to visible. Everything you should need to run in commands in Linux machines. But in Windows machines, you can run commands or you can go with GUI mode. But in Linux machines also, you can go with GUI mode. But we are practicing in command lines. Yeah. Yeah, I will tell you that later. So passive attack and again active attacks. After completion of this complete details. Yeah. So please ping me like any good website. Yeah, see here, progress 1001 Okay, completed. Come back to this, back to task list. What it will be generated? Let me check about this web app test. Let me find out this error completely. Okay, tasks. Okay, sample is a project. See, it will find out Windows 2012 R2 is a operating system. One network service, I mean HTTP services down. Okay, one HTTP service is happening there. It is a Windows R2 12. Okay, I mean Windows 2012 R2 version. And again, one was Discord, one service Discord. These are details. 2 website identified, 29 web pages crawled. Okay, and again one web form found. So this is the complete details about this. And again, if you want to do the one more web scan, I'll show the details. Now we can specify this. I can give like this. Let me find out the detailed information. See, it is finding the IP also already. Launch scan. One second. So meanwhile. So what is the port number for Metasploit? 3790. Okay. Yeah, one second. I'll come back to this. It will find out the server details. Yeah. Now, quick pen testing. Okay. The project name, the IP address of this one. Okay. Windows targets. You can give any details here. I can give this Sam. Okay. Start scanning. It will find out the vulnerability. I mean, penetration test is going on. So please ping me questions regarding this Metasploit. If scan without there is a permission, it won't be caught. Yes. See, these are the protocols it is finding out here. Basically, see, these are the penetration testing going on. Depending upon Nmap tool. Okay, Nmap is generally installed in Metasploit binaries. So still 1%. So it will take like more than 95%. I mean, it will take more than 10 to 20 minutes of time. See, it will get the complete information of that. So if it is a single host, it will react quickly. If it is like multiple hosts, if it is a bigger network, then it will take more time. Okay. See, Discord host, yes. This is a public API of this machine. I mean, private API of this machine. This information is notifying here. You can see, right? This are notifications. Yes, completed. See, it is telling that all are the port numbers, okay, which is installed in this machines. MySQL is installed, okay, and again it is giving the complete information of this informations. Come back to this task. Basically, I will show that quick pen test is happened. Sam, go to this. Yes, see, unknown. These are the services. It will give the complete information. Operating systems. One second, just a moment. Now I'll go back to web apps. And again, I'll scan one more website, web app scan. Okay. Now I'll give this Aponix. You can see this Aponix details. The complete information you find out. Just a moment. See here, HTML coding get pushed. Okay. And again, API also is coming from okay, from post. Whatever the information is going on. This is a code, whatever they are written then in that HTML code and again PHP, everything we will get in these details. Okay. So please give me like one good website. I want to find out the complete code, source code. In that code, I want to find out. Okay, I'll take this firstnaukri.com now. G Fisher, like anyone. Okay. Yes, Filipo. No, I will take this with Vidyalaya. Yeah. One second. I'll take this. Which one? I'll take this. This is best. Yes. See the complete coding informations, and again, how many pages are there? The complete list of the pages. It is coming on the spot. Okay. Metasploit. Okay. We'll hold on for a second. Yeah. See here, the complete list, the information still it is getting. So how many pages are there in our website, Aponix website? And again, what is the code they have written the front end? Okay, HTML, CSS, Java. Okay, it is giving the complete PHP pages also. Okay, so you can see right, option value, VMware certifications, DevOps certifications, whatever the content is available in HTML page, everything it is getting the informations. See, it is a very good tool, Metasploit. Okay, now it is completed. So come back. Let's get started. See Aponix website. Okay, it's a scan. Click on this. It will give the complete information about this. See basically web server default page. Okay, this is the UDP port numbers, and again TCP of UDP and again TCP 8443. Okay, so all this information it is giving by default. Okay, now come back. One moment. Just a moment. I will give the one more information about this tool. It will find out the how many vulnerabilities are there. See www.aponix website. Okay, in this website, see these are the vulnerabilities we find out. So risk low. Okay, and again proof. It is giving the with proof. What is a parameter? The path is a parameter. We have to make these corrections. See, this is a website. In this website, see if I click on this solution architect, okay, it is giving the information about this completely. The risk is basically low, but you have to understand this information about that, where the code we have to change it. What is the vulnerability? Okay, the proof is given in this way. Okay, and so what is the vulnerability method? Get is a vulnerability method. Okay, so now, so you can check. See, Azure, AWS, DevOps. This is the contents they added here. Any idea apart from this? Any questions regarding this Metasploit? So please bring me questions. Let me take some questions here. Yep. So yeah, I'll do that with Vidyalaya. Yeah. So what is basically CSRF? Any idea? What is CSRF? Yeah, we can change the codes. So yeah, so now it will take some time to change the codes, but basically this is the complete information about this Metasploit tools. Okay. Cross-site, what is that? Cross-site request forgery attack. Okay, that is what CSRF. Cross-site register, cross-site request forgery attack. Okay, in this attack we are having some vulnerability. So whenever if you are a developer, you can understand this is where we can find out this code. Okay, come back to this vulnerabilities once again, and once again, just a moment. See, these are the default vulnerabilities are available. Okay, once again, just come back. See, these are the low risk. Click on this one more time. Okay. Meanwhile, I want to mention one more thing. See, they are using Nginx server. Okay. How many web pages? 324. Okay. And again, forms 110 forms. Level vulnerabilities. Can show all. It will show the list complete. Next, credentials. If you want to give any add credentials here, you can give any credentials, either public database or else Oracle system identifier, PostgreSQL, rsync module, Active Directory domain, or else go to public, okay, or else private. So any kind of information, if you want, you can go. Okay. Just I will stop here. Metasploit, recording this Metasploit tool. Okay. So basically, it is hard to understand this Metasploit. Basically, Metasploit is a very powerful tool where you can find out. Okay, if you have in your career of CV, okay, if you mention this Metasploit, It is a very good. Okay. Basically, in Metasploit, what you did, they will ask it. Okay, quick pen testing. Okay, penetration testing I did. I mean, web application find out I did, and again payload generator also I did. Okay, so I'll show the sample payload generator. Yeah, so you can give the any local host. Okay, now either Windows patch, any kind of Windows shell. Okay, any kind of information. So right now I'll go with this localhost. I'll specify the localhost generate. It will generate. Just a moment. File name payload.exe. Download. Yeah. Open it. Open the folder. It will give the payload here. Okay. So run as admin. It will take some 1 more minute to download. Yeah, where it is? Is it downloaded? Once again. Why payload? So what is a payload? Any idea about payload? What is a payload? So why we need to use this payload? So what is a payload generations? Why it come to exe format? So why we are downloading? Okay. So the payload is nothing but whatever the systems is got hacked, we can go into that system and again we can find out the victims. Okay. That is what we will use for payloads basically. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it will take some more time. Okay. Next, phishing campaign. So if you want to go for phishing campaign, you can give the project name. Okay. Any demo. Click next. And again, here.
Here, I will just talk for
1 second, just one. One second, just one. Yeah, you can see this block diagram, right? So cryptography is nothing but if I say any kind of like if I write any email, okay, so that I need to pass like encryption, not a email. If I want to send any password with encryption format, I can send with what like public key, and again I can receive with a private key. So public key is where it is encrypting, and again private key is where decrypting the existing keys. Okay, so that is what cryptography. I'll show that. Cryptography is a method. Okay, you can see this. Transmitting secure data and again communication via few codes so that only the design persons know about the actual information that is transmitted. This information of process intercepts unauthorized accessible, okay, of the data. Now, what is that exactly? Privacy, reliability, non-repetitions, and again authentications. Now you can see, right? Readable format, non-encrypted data, plain text. If I do in this case, plain text is a out input, okay, but here it will do the encryptions, and again it will do the cipher text, and again it will do decryptions, and again plain text. This is a readable format. Okay, now there are number of encryption way: symmetric key cryptography, asymmetric key cryptography. So symmetric key is basically encryption of the information is classified into 3 types. Okay, now, symmetric key. What is the symmetric key here? Basically, this is also termed as a private or secret key cryptography. Here, both the information receiver and the sender make use of one single key to encrypt. Only one key they will use it. So like this, only one key. Okay, but if they use only one key, okay, this the frequent kind of cryptography using this method AES. I mean, advanced encryption systems. The approaches implemented through this type are completely streamlined and quicker too. Okay, few types of symmetric key cryptography are block block cipher, data encryption systems, RS2, IDEA, and again Blowfish, stream cipher. Basically, in cryptography, three types. The first one is symmetric, second one is asymmetric. Okay. In this first one, symmetric key, we will use encryption and again decryption with the same key. Okay, but it is an advanced concept. Next, asymmetric. In this, we will use public key cryptography. That is a private key, and again, this is a public key. In this, we will generate two types of keys. One is public key, and again, one is private key. It follows a varied and again unprotected method in the transmission of information. Using a couple of keys, both the sender and receiver go with the encryption and again decryption process. So a private key is stored with the each person, and the public key is shared across the network, so that a message can be transmitted through the public keys. A frequent kind of cryptography used in this method is RSA. Okay, I mean the public key method is more secure. RSA is a full form of like two sentence names. Okay, so the few of the kinds of asymmetric key cryptography are RSA is a more encryption method. DSA is second one, PKCS, and again ECAT. Okay, basically elliptic curve techniques. So in this asymmetric key, we will use two types of key. One is public key, second one is private key. But in this key, we will use only one key, either secret key, the same thing only secret key, we will use for decrypting. Now come back to hash function. Using this hash key for more than algorithm method, like secure SSH means secure hash algorithm methods. Okay. Okay. So I want to get some questions from this cryptography. Can anyone please? Yeah. Once can not audible. Yeah. See, SSA 5112, 128, 256, 64, 32 is a basically bit methods. Okay. Here we can use like message digest method or else SSA method, because it is a 512, 128, 256 is a bits where it is encrypted format in algorithms way. Okay. So that is what. Next, cryptography tools. And these are the complete tools where you can use it. In Docker also we can use it. So algorithms methods, and again Blowfish method, RSA, okay, and again Twofish, advanced encryption standard, application of cryptography. You can use any kind of tools here. I'll show those tools. So basically, you can get like number of tools. One second. Next. Now, what is the first topic? So are we clear about cryptography? Please let me know the questions. Once again, can you hear me, everyone? If yes, please yes. Hello. Yeah, it's okay, fine. So now, what is the next topic? Which voice is best for hacking? Okay, after that, we can go with what is the difference between MAC and again IP, and again the mobile technology, and again the password hacking with, and again finding web server details with the metasploit again one more time, and again SS7. Okay, now we can go with which voice is best. You can see right here. So all the operating system are the best, but especially Kali is a #1 Linux tool. Okay, Kali Linux is a security distribution Linux specifically designed for ethical hackers. Okay, I mean digital forensics and again penetration testing. What exactly penetrations? Authorizable or unauthorizedly, we are accessing to the machines and we are getting the complete information, and again gathering informations, and again finding the IPs, finding the port numbers, and again finding the vulnerabilities. That is what called as a completely in-depth to understand with a basic example of penetration testing. Okay, Kali Linux is very most powerful. The features are it can be used for penetration testing. Platform is available 32-bit and again 64-bit. Kali Linux can be updated without need to download a new versions. Okay, the OS can be encrypted with a full disk. So these are the supportable features. Second one is Parrot OS is a platform for hacking. Both are same, but Kali Linux is more powerful compared to this. Okay, next. The features are it is only, I mean lightweight. Okay, that is one main thing. And again back bugs. So basically, these are the two operating systems are more powerful to hack. Okay? But in our classes in cybersecurity, we are using ethical hacking and again Parrot OS. Both the operating systems we are using. Okay? But you can search in AWS Cloud Parrot OS. Okay, launch instance. It was available. If it is not available, we can request a Parrot OS there and you can launch it. And again, you can understand the Parrot OS, how it is exactly involved in the hacking. Okay. So go to marketplace. You can search Parrot OS. Okay. You can search, or else you can go with like open source community AMI. Now it is deprecated here basically. Yeah. So, but Parrot OS is available in this 297 result. You can search and again you can launch it here. Okay. Basically different types of operating systems. Now come back to this model. Yeah. And again Backbox and again Block Arc. Okay. Arc Linux. Arc Linux is also very powerful. And again Fedora. Okay. And again, so this Linux is not required. Basically, it is a deprecated version. And again, this is also deprecated. So we don't want to use. And again, especially this network security toolkit. This is highly important. Okay. Where you can download and again, you can install it in your website. Sorry. Next, what is the next point? Web server vulnerability. Web server is a program that stores files. Okay. Before going to this web server, I want to give a quick introduction about what is a MAC and again, what is IP. Once again, just a moment. Oh yeah. Just a moment. Yeah. So anyone, can you please specify that? Yesterday, this is a simple question from anyone. Okay. So basically, ethical hacker and again, cybersecurity, any engineer, they should understand what is MAC IP and again, what is IP. Okay. So please let me know the differences. What is MAC and again, what is? Yes, Parrot is open source. Yeah. Yeah. Hackbox is basically they are not using now. They are deprecated. Yeah. So what is MAC and again, what is IP? Why we want MAC? MAC is a physical unique address. Yeah. The full form is fine. How does MAC will communicate? And again, how does IP will communicate? IP will communicate with the NSC cards. MAC will communicate with the physical addresses of hardware. Okay. Exactly. Yes, Rohit. Yes, Abhay. Yeah. True. Okay. So basically, if you are good at like understanding of the MAC, then that is a one important concept. Okay. What is the prerequisite means? The prerequisite to enter into the cybersecurity or ethical hacking. The first thing you have to understand what it is a general question. What is the difference between MAC? Why we are using this MAC? Why with this MAC we can hack it? And IP. With this IP, how can I hack it? With the packets. Okay, and this I can hack it with the frames. This IP addresses I can hack with the packets. This one I will hack with the frames. There are 7 physical layers, right? There are 7 OS layers: physical layer, data link layer, and again network layer, and again transport layer, and again presentation system, and again last one is application. So in network layer, IP communication will happen. Basically, it is a package wise we can trace it with a Wireshark, but in MAC address we can trace with frames. That is what the complete information about this. Yeah, what is a basically MAC? I want to say about this a little bit on more information. One second. The MAC address is basically one second. The MAC address, okay. The MAC address is basically 48-bit address, which either contains 6 groups of 2 hexadecimal digits or 3 groups of 4 hexadecimal digits. Okay. These hexadecimal digits can be separated either by hyphens, okay, like this. Basically, it is a 40-bit MAC address, okay, and the next 24 bits represent the, okay. See, the first 24 bits is organization unique identifier, and the next 24 bits will be vendor specific information. I mean, first 24 bit will be identified who is the organization where they are using. The second one is who is the manufacturer, who is the vendors. It is a complete information about this. Okay, and again, this MAC address will be working with a data link layer. Okay, the following are the dissimilarities between MAC and again IP address. Purpose: IP address is mainly used to identify the connection of node on the network, while the MAC address is used to identify the unique. Okay, next again, address types, address provider, address length. See why I'm specifying basically MAC and again IP. Very important to understand MAC. See, you have seen many movies. Okay, you can search in Google number of ethical hacking movies. Okay, they will have with the MAC addresses. Okay, MAC address is a main concept. Then vulnerabilities finding, penetration testing, that is a different concept. Okay, because with the help of MAC address only, today the people can track where are you. Okay, and again, which is a global locality over there. Okay, next, address length representations, network classes, subnetting flexibility, network traffic used. Okay, this is the basic comparison between MAC and again IP. All these informations, whatever I am giving. Okay, MAC address is assigned by manufacturer of an NIC card. IP address is assigned by the network address automations. I mean, administrator or internet service provider. Okay, in this retrieve address ARP protocol, in this RARP protocol can be, I mean, reverse address protocol, resolution protocol, address resolution protocol we are using in this case. In this case, reverse address resolution protocol. Okay, now just are we are clear about this MAC and again IP? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So no need to worry about this documents and all. We will upload it and again we will. So still, I do have my own website. I can, and again I will share the website link also, where you can get the complete details about the ethical hacking, the prerequisite. How can I become a great foundation? How can I become the scratch level to understand ethical hacking? One second. Now, yeah, wireless technologies and mobile technologies I want to talk now. Once again, wireless technologies. Cell 7. Okay. Okay. Before going to the wireless technologies, I want to talk the mobile technologies. See, this is Android phones, and again, iOS phones we do have, right? So, mobile technology will be working with mobile technology and again wireless technology. Both are same common point. Okay. That's why I'm taking only here Android architecture. Okay. In this Android architecture, application framework, libraries, and again Linux kernel. Basically, Android will be working with the basic Linux kernel, right? In Linux kernel, we do have display driver, camera, Bluetooth, flash memory, binder, USB, keypad, and again Wi-Fi driver, and again audio drivers, and again power management. In this, we will use libraries called as a Surface Manager, OpenGlyce, SGL, SSL, FreeType, and again media framework. Okay, if you are a mobile application developer, then definitely it will be easy to understand. No need to worry about this. I do have like completely like more than 50 to 60 pages completely Android, how to hack Android applications and again Android systems. Okay. Next, home contacts, phone browser. Okay, this is a complete application framework, but both mobile technology and again as wireless technology will be working with both are common point. Okay, now SS7 will be the very important point in mobile technologies and again wireless technologies. Okay, to understand this concept, I'll go with this mobile architecture. Just I missed this point. Okay, yeah. So now come to here levels of analysis in these presentations, specifications of RFC, draft spec, protocols, and again principles requirements. Now wireless IP, wireless environment, internet protocol in wireless environment, non-TCP IP solutions. I'll show this. MOLI, and again, wireless networking is a basic obstacle to be solved for the mobile computing. Wireless will be depending upon mobile, and again, mobile technology is also depending upon wireless. Okay, wireless media has different characteristics than the current wired networks. Data networking protocols are optimized for the current wired networks. So luckily, so I don't have a time to hack this to show this wireless networking. SSL7. I'll give the information about this once again. Yeah. So where does data networking protocols are optimized for the current wired networks. Wireless networks can be categorized into wireless LANs, wireless WANs, microcell. Okay, microcell is basically Bluetooth. Wireless WANs is basically GSM, GPRS, CDPD, CDMA, and again PHS, Docomo. So not Tata Docomo, Docomo. This Docomo is different. Okay, IEEE, basically wireless LANs will be communication with the local area network is completely IEEE 802.11 concept, ABGNHS. Okay, there's a different flags. Now come to the wireless networks. Okay, the wireless network properties differ from the wired LAN. Latency 802.11, round trip 2 minutes, sorry 2 milliseconds. Normal TCP buffer size 8 KB. Okay, GSM. This much is enough to understand of the wireless networks. Okay, basically you should know 802.11 protocols, IEEE concept. Okay, then again jitter, error rate, and again through output. Okay, and again unexpected. So this is complete information. Next, come to mobility. The mobile wireless networks architecture, wireless mobile devices, wireless links, base station access point, wire link, and again wireless mobile devices, laptop, cellular phones, all this. Next, again different communication needs, office workstations versus cellular phone, and again was pager. Okay, now this is mobility. Next, come back to your mobile node. This is a tower communications, internet. Okay, now typical IP network architecture. How exactly? ADSL, access router, and again this is the end user pieces, switch hub, internet, and again GSM antennas, mobile antennas, and again mobile node, and again completely access servers. Okay, how exactly it will be captured? Okay, now see, basically in ethical hacking and again cybersecurity, we do okay. I do have the sessions nearly 24 hours. So I do this completely. I mean, it will take like more than 3 to 4 days to understand this completely. Mobile networking and again wireless networking. How to hack with, see basically IoT devices hacking with depending upon wireless networks. Okay, I'll tell you what are the protocols they are using, and again what are the port numbers, how the technology will be depending upon the mobile technology come IoT come wireless. That is what very important. Rather than cloud security, cloud hacking, IoT technologies will be more useful. Next. Yeah, this is what wireless LAN, TCP IP. Okay, no need. I don't want to spend this. Wireless LANs. It is a main concept IEEE. Okay, with the security WEF. Okay, wired equipment equivalent privacy. Okay, with the WEP and again WAP. Okay, next wireless LAN architectures. These are distribution systems. Cell consists of workstations and again access point. Access points are interconnected via distribution systems. Okay, and again the interconnected networks forms an extended services set. Okay, basically this complete information of wireless LAN architecture. The first wireless LAN architecture will be introduced by Nokia team. Okay, not a Nokia mobile cellular teams. It is a networking teams. Next, wireless LAN architecture 802.3, 802 LAN, 802.11 is different, 802.3 is different. This is for completely Ethernet, that is for completely wireless, only for LAN. Okay. Next, come back. These are the protocols we are using here. MAC features, CSMA CD, and again endless interface, and again RDS. Okay. Next again wireless LAN architecture, all these areas. Yeah. So you don't worry about this. The complete information, I'll share the details. Okay. If you understand this completely header and again format, then the wireless technology will be easy to understand. And again, IoT concepts are too better to understand. Okay. Next. Once again. Yeah. This is what the basic information about this wireless networks. I'll come back to this. Yeah. So this wireless networking, mobile technology, and again IoT, right? All this will be depending upon SS7 attacks. Okay. This SS7 attacks will be more technology, wireless technologies, and again IoT technologies. This is what very, very important. Now, what is the SS7? So it is a basically SS7 is nothing but signaling and again systems number 7. Okay. So how exactly introduced and again adopted in mid 70s. Okay, has been the industry standard since, and IoT and again wireless technologies are into the picture. SS7 is more popular to attacks. Okay, how does SS7 will be work? The set of SS7 telephone signaling protocols is responsible for setting up and terminating telephone calls over a digital signal networking to enable wireless cellular and again wired connectivity. It is used to initiate most of the world's public telephone calls over PSTN, public switch telephone networks. Okay, this SS7 will be working with basically PSTN. So, wait, meanwhile, I'll give the complete information about SS7. Okay, see the OSI layer, the OSI model will be looking with the layer 7, and again, application entity will be working with in this level, but SS7 will be working with layer 1. I mean, sorry, level 1, level 2, level 3, and again level 4. Okay, these are the level 4. I mean, same the network protocol, I mean, network layer, data link layer, and again physical layer. So all this layer will be working with SS7, but this three layers will be working with only one layer 4. Okay, I mean, that is what level 4. How exactly I will take the advance. So now come back to here. What are SS7 attacks? SS7 attacks are mobile subware attacks that exploit security vulnerabilities in the SS7 protocol to compromise and again intercept voice and SMS communication on cellular networks. This is very, very important. Okay, whenever you want to go for any mobile hacking or mobile cyber security engineer, then definitely you should know SS7. To understand this concept, you have to understand the GSM, CDMA, and again FTMA. Okay, that is completely mobile communications. Next, how do SS7 attack works? SS7 attacks explore the authentication capability of communication protocol running at top of the SS7 protocol. Okay, to use drop on the voice and text. Okay, so right now I don't have any practical to show here in this concept, but I'm giving the complete information about this SS7. Next, interception setup, victim and again attacker. What is MSC here? Master switching center. Okay, this is a main MSC. Next, attacker register the victim's MSISDN mobile number on the fake master switching centers, and again HLR sets a new location on the victim's. HLR requests MSD to release a memory. This is what it will happen like this. Hijacking. Okay, let's come back. So yeah, I cannot able to read this completely full. I'll give the complete details and again documents in this part. Next. Yeah. So these are the different levels where we having. Once again. Yeah. So once again, the ransomware once again. So can you please write me questions? So regarding SS7. Yes, no, you cannot able to hack through Bluetooth basically. Bluetooth is a big, see, Bluetooth is it is a upper layer. Okay, in that again we have to use a SS7 layer only. Yeah. Yeah. So now one more time. So I'll send this completely. So you got the product key, right, of Metasploit, and I'll check one more time. Last put list. And Rapid 7 also should need to come. Once can just I want to share. Okay, once again. What is that last but list? Yeah. So cryptography, right? So basically cryptography, I'll show this concept. Please, I will share this link basically. So take this link. I'm sharing to the group. To understand this cryptography format, so please have a look. Yeah, there's a quiz. Yes. So I'll show this demo. Once again. How cryptography, public key and again private key will assign. Yeah. With RSA calculator. Once again, just a moment. Why it is public key encryption demo. Okay. This is one link. See, the prerequisite are basically you have to understand in general concept MAC and again IP address. The second thing is basically the 7 layers of OSL layers of networking, and again third thing operating system of anyone, either Windows, either Linux. If you are good at Linux, that is too good. Okay. And again labs, and again the tools, the completely tools are not, see basically in foundation class, in foundation course here I cannot able to show this completely in depth. Okay, but in classes we can go in each tool deep dive. Okay, basically minimum 2 to 3 tools for penetrations, and again web application scanning and website hacking with 2 tools. Okay, and again the programming language with the C and again Python, and again the completely vulnerability scanning, and again penetration testing, and again the mobile technologies of IoT scanning, everything. Okay, just a minute. This is not able to log in. Okay, so anyway, public key will be, and again private key will be working with the RSA. If you select RSA, then you can specify any numbers here basically, and again here see you can give any inputs, and I can give this 20. So basically, okay, this it will take more time to understand. I want to skip this point. This is a better tool to get the completely cryptography. Okay, so once can just, so please raise my questions regarding this, any kind of tools. Yeah. So basically in syllabus video like certified ethical hacking like volume 0 to sorry volume 1 to volume 10. Okay, up to volume 10 we will be teaching. Global certification easy, yes. Yes. So now example, once again. So yes, so this is about the completely the demo of this 3 days. So please let me know that any kind of questions regarding this. Okay, see, share me your email address, and again, I'll give the complete the Python code where you can crack it now. Okay, one more moment. Just okay, I'll stop this example. See, cyber security, you have to block this one. Whenever I type this password, right, it is in encrypted format. If I show this, it will give the output. But what is the cyber security here? You should block this one basically. There should be no high icon. This is what cyber security will need to do. Okay, that is one important concept. See, right now I tapped the password. If I click here, it will show the input. Okay, but you should not make this icon should be visible. That is what cyber security need to secure your web pages or else your network. Okay, that is the one main thing. Next, yeah. So any doubts regarding? Yeah. Yes. So how to remove high? Yeah, definitely. See, you have to write a code in HTML, okay, or else in JavaScript, you have to write a logic. Whenever you enter the password, it should not, even the I should be removed. Removed, the completely remove means there are two cases. The one case is basically when you want to remove this I icon, you can write a JavaScript, no need to add this icon, okay? But icon should be there whenever you enter this password. If you click this one, it should not show this password. That is also possible with the JavaScript there, okay? That you can match it out with the JavaScript with the integrating of HTML file. Okay, but it will take more time to show that code. Okay. Anyway, if you want to know this complete details, so yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So Santosh, are you there? Praveen sir? Hello. Hello. One second, just a moment. Okay, see, one moment. How to see? I'll show the sample example here. Okay. I'll give the sample example. Once again. I'll show this. So how to remove this I? So I'll show the example. What is exactly? See here, this is my email ID, right? See, this is my email ID. Whatever I will type, it will show here. But in this case, even if I type in my password here, I cannot able to visible my password here. See this one is blocked. This one is removed. So even if I want to know this password, how to know this password? So go to more tools and again developer tools. In this case, click on this extreme left navigation pane. This is a HTML source content page. Go to here. See here. Right now, if you want to get only the password of this one, see the password is here. Type this password basically. See, removing is a coding perspective. If you remove this also, I can see this password by like this. See, I can point out the password. Simple, right? If I don't want, then I can do this. If I want, I can get. So that's the one simple case. So right now, this is an area where you have to learn how to block this icon. This is what cybersecurity people need to do. But in this case, it is a public voice. Everyone can open this. Okay. Yes. So I've done this. This is a sample example to understand this real-time scenarios. Yeah. Yeah. So any more questions? Yeah, please. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So thanks for 3 days. And again, see, fortunately, we expected something, and again, it went to some other areas. Okay. So basically, Metasploit is a tool, and again, burp site also, I'll pass the complete product key, and again, please install these two tools, and again, completely in map. See, basically, before joining any ethical classes or any cyber security classes for any institute, okay, you have to know the basic knowledge how what is vulnerability, what is penetration tester, okay, then nmap tool, angry ip scan, burp suit, metasploit. Please use this for two tools, okay. That's one important. Yeah, I'm done with this 3 days. Yeah, definitely I will send you these details. Yeah, Santosh, Praveen, hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Vishnu, sir. Actually, I'm at outside. Okay.
Yeah,
And I have shared the quiz. Today there is a quiz. Okay. And I have shared in the chat box. Just share to the students. Okay.
quiz. Yeah, you shared it, right? Quiz.
No, actually, I have shared to you only. Okay, I have not shared to everyone. Just share to everyone. Actually, I am the host right now. Okay, no issues. I will share right now. Have you finished right now?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Okay, then no questions will be for today's session, and I will be the host, and I'm going to share the quiz. There is a quiz, and after the quiz, and I'm sharing you the attendance. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah.